Okay, welcome students. Good morning to all, and I hope all of you are safe at your home. Okay, let's start the class. Today we are going to learn the chapter polynomial. As in this part, we are going to learn a new concept, that is finding zeros of quadratic polynomial, that is by using the splitting middle term. Concentrate on this term, splitting middle term here. Splitting middle term. This whole topic is depend upon the middle term, right? Okay. For this purpose, we'll take a quadratic polynomial. So here I have taken a polynomial p of x is equals to 2x square minus 8x plus 6. It is a quadratic polynomial. Why? It have the degree 2. You have learned in previous class which have the degree 2, that is called as a quadratic polynomial. So here we have the polynomial p of x is equals to 2x square minus 8x plus 6. As you know that the general form of a quadratic polynomial is what? Ax square plus bx plus c. The general form of a quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. So here, first before going to the concept, just you compare these two polynomials, ax square plus bx plus c, compared to the given polynomial. What we have to compare then? Just we need to compare the coefficients. Here x square coefficient is what? A. Here x square coefficient is what? 2. So the a value is here 2. So a is equals to 2. Here same as constant c. Here constant 6. C is equals to 6. The actual term just we have to concentrate is the b, the middle term, right? Which is in the middle, b. B is what here? Minus 8, not plus 8. You should consider the sign also. So b is equals to minus 8. So actually in this method, we just have to do one step. We just have to split this middle term. Split means we have to divide it into parts. We have to divide this into two parts. So that it gives 2. See here, I'll show example. First I am taking 8. I am splitting it into two parts, that is 6 plus 2. I can write this 8 as 6 plus 2, right? But here we have a condition that when we multiply this 2, 6 and 2 will get what here? 12. So you have a condition that you split this middle term into two parts, but the product of these two should be equals to product of first and last term. Just concentrate, I'll explain once again. You just need to split this middle term. Into two parts, and when you multiply the two parts, the product should be equals to the first and the last term. So here we have here a into c, the first and last terms product. AC is equals to what here? 12. We have b, the middle term is 8. So here now we have to split this 8 or 8x as a sum of two terms, but whose product should be equals to what? This first and last terms product, a and c. AC is what here? 12. So here when you observe this, you'll get an idea. So once again I am explaining, just concentrate. We have to split this middle term into two parts, and that two parts, in the two parts, when do product of that, it should be equals to the product of first and last term. So for this we have a easy method. I'll show you. First you do a into c, the first and last terms product, that is 12, right? It's 12. First you write the factors of 12. Factors of 12. Factors in simple terms, we can say that in which tables this number comes, that are factors in simple terms. So I am writing here 1, 2, 2 6 are 12, so 2, 3 4s are 12, so 3, 4 3s are 12, so 4, 6 2s are 12, 12 1s are 12. So all these are factors. Factors are nothing but what? In which table the value is coming, right? In simple terms you can say that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. These are the factors of 12. 12 is what? The product of first and last term, right? So just you have to write the factors. Then you have to split this middle term using these factors. In these factors, using two numbers, you can split this number. So you check it. 8. We need to get 8 by adding or by subtracting. We'll see first. 1, 2, no. 1 plus 2 is 3, which is very smaller, right? Here 4 and 6. 4 plus 6 is 10. No, it is bigger. 6 minus 4 is 2. See, 8 comes 6 and 2. 6 plus 2 is 8. So we can write 8 as 6 plus 2. 6 plus 2, right? So we have to take only the factors of 12 to split this number. To split this middle term, we need to take only the factors. So 6 and 2. So I am taking here 6 plus 2 is 8. I have to see the condition also, that 6 into 2 is 12, right? It is equals to 12, but we have the minus 8 here, right? So here to get minus 8, okay, we'll see another condition. Minus 6 and minus 2. Minus 6 and minus 2 comes minus 8. Yes, minus 8 is came, right? But when we multiply, is there 12? 6 2s are 12. Minus into minus plus, right? So we can take this one, not this one. Why this? No, why we were not able to take this? Because we have to get minus 8, not plus 8. See here. Here you can understand easily. This minus 8 is split into two terms, minus 6 and minus 2. Minus 6 and minus 2. And when we do the product of these two, minus 6 into minus 2, minus 6 into minus 2, we got 12, which is equals to the product of first and last term. So we can split this middle term as this. So 2x square minus 8x plus 6. 2x square. This minus 8x is divided into what? Minus 6 and minus 2. So minus 6x minus 2x plus 6. Okay. So here, see here, 2x square minus 8x plus 6. We have split this 8x into two parts, that is 6x and 2x. So 2x square minus 6x minus 2x plus 6. Once again I am checking it. Minus 6x minus 2x becomes minus 8x. Okay, I'll product them. 6 2s are 12. 6 2s are 12x square, which is equals to 2 into 6. That is also 12, right? So here 2x square minus 6x minus 2x plus 6. Okay, just do the pair of these two. One pair is this one and one pair is this one. 2x square minus 6x. This is minus 2x plus 6. First I have split the middle term into two parts, so that the product should be equal to the product of first and last term. Now in the next case, I am separating the two terms. Now see here, is anything common? 2x square minus 6x. Is anything common in this 2? Right, x. Here we have x, here also we have x. So x is common. And see here, this is 2x. This 6 can be written as 2 3s are 6. 2 3s are 6. Here 2, here 2. So 2 common and 1 x is also common. Okay, if I am taking 2x as a common, what is remained here? 2 is common and x is common. What is remained with? Only one x. Only one x. Here minus, right? 6x. In this 6x, we have common what? 2x. X is common and 2 is common. 2 3s are 6. So here 3. 2x is common and remaining what? X minus 3. Okay, we'll check it. 2x into x. 2x square minus 2x into 3. 2 3s are 6 x, right? So here it is clear. Now coming to this one. See here x, but here we don't have any x. So here there is no possibility of common in x. Here we have 2, here we have 6. This 6 can be written as 2 3s are 6. So 2 can be common. When 2 is common, here we are remained with x. See here we have minus, right? So minus, here we have plus. To get plus here, we are taking minus. Minus into minus, plus. Minus into minus, plus. Okay, 2 is common, x remained and minus. Here what is remained with? 2 3s are 6. 2 is common here. So we remained with x. So 2 into x, 2x, minus into minus, plus 2 3s are 6. Right, we have done correct. So here we have a simple method. What is common here, we will get the same as here. What is common here, we'll get the same as here. Here x minus 3. So here also we will get x minus 3. Right? So okay, I'll explain this method in the next problem. Okay, see here, x minus 3. Here also x minus 3. So I am taking it common, x minus 3, right? If I take common x minus 3, what is remained with? 2x. 2x minus 2. So x minus 3, 2x minus 2. Right? Here you can see one more common thing, that is 2x minus 2. In these two terms, we have the common one 2. So x minus 3 into 2 common. Here in these two terms, 2 is common. So we remained with x minus 1. So x minus 3 into 2 into x minus 1. So as we know, I am equating it to 0. X minus 3 is equals to 0. It means here minus 3, when it comes to the right side, it becomes 3. So x is equals to 3. X minus 1 is equals to 0. When it comes to this side, x is equals to 1. So the zeros of the polynomial of p of x is equals to 2x square minus 8x plus 6 are 3 and 1. Right? Once again, I'll explain this. Just I have split this 8x into two parts. 6 minus 6 minus 2, so that I get the same one, minus 8. But what is the condition? When I multiply this 2, it should be equal to the value multiplied the first and the last term. 2 6 are 12, 6 2s are 12, right? Then again I took the two pairs, two pairs, and then I just took the common thing, right? I just took the common thing, then I equate to the 0. Okay? Okay. We'll go to the next problem. In this next problem, you will get the total idea, right? Okay. Here we have another problem. 6x square minus 3